Good morning and welcome to A-1 Vacuum and Sewing's live stream for Tuesday, March 8th. Now is the time of Jeannie's morning when
she realizes she forgot her coffee at home, she gets super sad. It wasn't that yummy anyways.
I'll just stop making it for you. Given
No,
that you
I'll
showed last week you were actually capable of making
everything
your own coffee.
That I could do everything all by myself.
I still got up with the dogs like two days last week. I had you leave them in my room.
Usually I went and got it, but there were a couple of days I just couldn't do it anymore. I was just too tired. So, Violet and her friends finally left Sunday morning. I was anxiously waiting because I wanted to get into my sewing room. Because my sewing room is Finn, her friend Finn. It's always his room.
I look rested and tan.
We do not feel rested. And
I wish I was rested and tan.
I think it's the lighting. I don't think. Yeah, I don't think he's rested or tan.
I rallied and skied with the kids for 3 hours on Friday. I skied for 2 hours on Sunday, both of which were probably a bad idea. But then we worked all day yesterday, and
oh man,
I've been pretty laid up.
We have a friend who's a physician up in Tahoe, and Patrick told her what was going on with him, and she said sounds like the flu.
She's like, yeah, you have the flu. It's everywhere right now. The thing that kind of crushed me that I wasn't, because I think several of our customers have had it, and it's what was super crazy to me was last night was the first night I wasn't hurting. I would go to bed and I was pretty unhappy with all I was taking Dayquil and NyQuil and stuff, which was just not great. That. So I stopped taking it, but it was aching at night. And the funny thing is, that physician also said that was common, but then one of my buddies who had the flu back in January was like, yeah, that was the thing that crushed me. He's like, I just wasn't expecting it. He was like, a week later, I was still going to bed and just aching all night. So not 100%, but
good enough to ski.
Good enough to come in and work.
Yep.
The challenge is I can't possibly rally to ski and not come into work. And I think that should be allowed.
No. If you can ski, you can work.
That should be allowed. Because it's different.
Yeah, you have nowhere
There's
to go
always
with that.
another day at work.
You have nowhere to go with that.
But there aren't unlimited powder days.
Yeah, no, there are. There'll always be more powder.
No,
days.
that's where you're
they
wrong.
Might not be
I
here.
missed 2 years, 2 seasons worth of powder days. So my 2 powder days in Tahoe. You should have heard the tantrum
he had the other day at home.
That wasn't a tantrum. That was a statement of fact.
I had to leave the room. Anyways, so let's talk about a couple of things. Number one, we did have a huge storm up in Tahoe over the weekend, starting at the end of last week and into the weekend. So I was supposed to get a bunch of packages that never made it across the pass. And you know what's funny is we live in Reno, Nevada, and when people ask us, oh, do you go to Vegas all the time? We're 7 hours from Vegas. We're
500 miles. 480 miles from Las Vegas.
We're the distance from, if you're East Coast, Connecticut to Virginia. Because that used to be 7 hours, and I used to go, oh my God, that's so far, and we would never go. It would be a plane ride, right? You didn't drive like that. On the West Coast, everything's big.
I drove like that all the time.
I didn't drive like that. So we live closer to San Francisco. We're like 2 hours from Sacramento, 3 hours from San Francisco. We're, from our house, we're 15 miles from the California border. But we are far from Las Vegas. We're northern and they're southern, and our state.
Well, it's the difference
huge.
between San Francisco and Los Angeles.
Yes, yeah, that's kind of like the difference.
But people on the East Coast are like, they think New York to Philly.
Yeah, but every
or
time,
Boston to New York.
every time
or
you
something.
tell somebody that you live in Reno, that's not from like this area. They're like, oh, you must go to Vegas all the time, and we do go to Vegas quite a bit because we love it, but it's far. But my point is, we live right over the mountain pass. Like, here's the mountains, and we're on one side, and then Sacramento's on the other side. So our stuff couldn't make it, and it's all coming today, and I feel horrible because I know.
And I bet not all of it comes today, because.
No, it's all coming.
Well, yeah, but ours wasn't the only stuff that didn't make it over the hill. And how many days have you been like, it's coming today?
Positive thinking. All my stuff is coming today. I feel awful because some of you have not gotten your stuff for this, and so as soon as
it's going to be so early for next year.
You're so early for next year. But
it's the earliest so long
you know what
ever.
I'm gonna do? What I'm gonna do, if you guys are okay with it, if you've ordered the pattern for this, so you can still participate tomorrow on Thursday. It's a digital download, so I'm gonna open it, take a picture, and I will send it to you to make sure you at least have the pattern. You can download it and you can stitch. You might not have your fabric kit because I'm gonna send it all together, but I will send you your design. There were a couple of packages that I sent out last week without the design because I wanted you to at least have the fabric kit, and I knew I could send you the digital download for the design. As far as digital downloads go, if you're ordering something and it is just a digital download, meaning it's just going to come like a little pamphlet, don't worry about the shipping. I can't really, I put 0.2 ounces, which you know what it weighs, or 0.1. It still charges a ridiculous amount. But if it's just the thing in the envelope, I'm sending you the digital download as soon as I get it in my hands. And then I'll just send it first class mail in like a manila envelope, and I will refund you the difference. So you don't have to worry about it. That's what we're doing, Patrick.
What? I didn't even listen.
He was daydreaming.
I was just thinking
what
about
were you
how I should be
daydreaming
skiing.
about?
I was thinking if I had worked
skiing?
all last week, I'd be skiing POW again today.
Yeah, I would have let you, but now we have to play catch up.
I'm gonna do that more in my life these days.
Yeah, but I am not gonna do it all.
That was the nobody's asking you to do it all.
Yeah, you are.
Sometimes you're gonna say no. That so long isn't gonna happen.
No, sometimes you have responsibilities as a business owner that you need to take care of.
Well, but I own the business. I can choose what my responsibilities are.
No, you have an obligation. You have an obligation.
I don't know anybody anything.
You're acting like a millennial right now. I don't like
Oh
it.
my God.
Yes, that's what the vibe
I'm acting
getting.
like a millennial right now?
Yeah.
I don't
you
even
agree?
think that's an insult.
Okay, you're acting like a Gen Xer. How's that? You like that?
That's not an insult either. You know,
Depends on whose book.
We built
Okay,
the internet.
So let's talk. Do you like watching us argue? I promised you guys I would get some classes up on the website, and I got one of the two. So I did put up the Serger pillow class. So we did a sew along, and I quilted it in the hoop. And I hope it wasn't confusing. I did use my projector, but there's many ways of doing it. So I just did what in my brain made sense, and that's what I filmed. In the end of the very end of the video, I used my camera because I had more room to take a picture and then move my design. In the beginning, I filled my hoop, so I used my projector because there was no room to move. And then I used my camera. So, quite honestly, if I did it over again, I would have just done it in my 7x12 with the camera and done the 10-inch design. So I had an inch up and down and lots of room left and right. Because I thought that was the easiest. But that's what I did right at the end. We're acting like Karen. Oh, my God.
She's saying I'm acting like a Karen. I'm not acting like a Karen. I'm just
He's acting like a spoiled brat. Right?
I'm
spoiled.
establishing my vision of my life.
A business, but he doesn't want a business. He doesn't want the work of the business.
That's not
and
true.
The freedom. He wants the freedom of. Yes, it is.
No, it's not.
Yeah.
No.
You can't have it both ways.
It's not having it both ways.
Sorry, we're not going to argue about it anymore. So, I did the quilting. There were other people that some people use a snap hoop. Some people use like whatever hoop you want to use is going to be fun. There's many ways of doing it. So, leaving yourself some room to move it around makes a lot of sense. I did put it together last night, and I filmed that as well, and I posted that. So here's the almost, can you grab that side? Here's the almost finished top. It's really cute. I didn't put my embellishments on yet because I'm going to film that. I'm going to sew it with my machine. So you can sew buttons with your sewing machine. Do you guys have a favorite? You know, like every time I do one of these, I pick a favorite block. It was hard with this one because there's so much. There's going to be embellishments here that's going to make that look even cuter. How cute is this if you have like a little one? You can be like, put the bunny in the boot.
What that looks like to me is, where'd that damn bunny go?
In my house, this would be Poppy chewing the bunny.
I don't even know if she'd chew it. She'd just show it to you and run away.
She would definitely rip it apart. Yeah, she would rip it apart. So the quilting stitch is so sweet. Isn't that adorable? So what I put up is I put up a class. I only have 15 openings. And, but if I need to, I'll add another session. This is for baby lock sergers only. And the reason it's for a baby lock serger only is because that's what I know how to use. Now, if you have a different brand and you have a cording foot, because that's what we're going to be using. Let me go grab the cording foot so I can show you. Cording feet, you're so beautiful. You are, hopefully it's still on the website. I have to check all my links because somebody destroyed our website. So here are the 2 cording feet. I'll check afterwards. If you have a baby lock 4-thread serger, this is what you get. That's going to be Victory, Imagine, what's the big one? Acclaim, 4-thread. If you have an 8-thread, this is what you get. If you have a different brand and they have a 5mm cording foot, you can take this class. I just will not be able to help you if you do not know how to use your serger. So the cording foot is special because it has this groove, and we are going to be using it to put in the zipper as well as to create our special piping. So in the class, we will be making, this is just an example. We will be making our piping. Kimberbell pillows are cute. They're even cuter with piping. All pillows are cuter with piping. It looks just a little bit more professional and pizzazzy. And you can make your own custom piping, and it is so easy. So we will be making our piping, and then we will also be putting in the zipper with the serger. So I'm not going to be doing it the Kimberbell way. So the Kimberbell way, they have it in the instructions where you put the zipper down at the bottom. We're going to do it in the back. And I always do 1/3, 2/3. So if you don't like that, I'm not going to be doing it like how they're doing it. But it'll have this perfect finish on the inside. Yeah. So we're going to be doing the bench pillow on the serger. Do we have any questions about that?
So National Serger Month is next month.
Haven't put the grass on yet.
What other Serger feet will be good to get for a claim?
I mean, like, I love a clearfoot. This is my favorite. This is what I would start out with, because that's the one I use the most. And I use other ones, but I don't know. My brain's not even thinking right now. I'll think about that, and we'll talk about that more during National Serger Month. I have trouble cutting out the block. Oh! Shoot, I got to put that in the video. So I cut my 3 blocks, my first 3 blocks. Eek! Without reading the instructions. You have to read your instructions carefully because I got really lucky on this one.
Last night I was doing laundry and Jeannie was like, am I going to have enough fabric? Am I not going to? I got lucky.
Yeah, I fussy cut 3 of them. I just fussy cut without even reading the instructions. And then I was like, oopsies. So,
Did you leave that all up in the video?
I left it all up in
You get Jeannie's full inner dialogue during the
So just so you know, so this one you need to be a 1/4 inch from the bottom of this bunny, so he kind of sits on the edge of the inner border. This one came out perfectly too. He was 1/2 inch. I was scared. That was the one I was scared about, but it was totally fine. The only one that was a little bit of an issue was this one. But if you just cut it like I did, you don't really need to worry about it because the grass is going to be there and it's going to come up to his feet and up to his ears. So, and then all the rest of them, but by the 4th one, on the 4th one, I was like, oh, we got to look at the cutting instructions because there were some special cutting instructions. And then I had everything else as per the instructions. So I will add a note in with this video for the assembly to make sure you, and I'm telling you right now, if you haven't watched it and you are watching it, that you need to watch, the cutting instructions. You need to pay attention to the cutting instructions because they matter. Although I don't think they're really going to matter once I put the grass. Was the grass supposed to go on before? Oh, God. Is that why you're asking, Marlene? I guess I might be pulling that off and pulling down all the videos. Let's pull those down for right now. Videos, and I might be pulling off my grass. It's okay. Okay, let me go into that list, and I am going to pull these down for right now. Pressing and trimming. And unlisted. Sorry, guys. Thank you for asking that. The borders and attaching the inner borders. And these are going unlisted and save. I guess I could just press it down, right? And it'll be right on the edge. Yeah, Marlene. Yes. So thank you for asking that. And I'm going to look at it because it's just, I might just press it down. We'll see. Okay. I'm so sorry. I'm not sure who passed.
Donna Jordan from Donna Jordan's Fabrics.
Oh. Yeah. Every day's a gift. I've somebody, Lynn, her signature thing says every day is a gift, and it really is, right? We can't take it for granted.
So 1.05 was available, I think, over the air since Friday, and then it did hit the airwaves yesterday for download on the thumb drive, and we are recommending doing it on the thumb drive. I think 1.06, we were fortunate enough to have an engineering team from Japan in the store yesterday, and they were kind of looking at and downloading logs from and doing some work on Avenir's here in the store. And they said 1.06 would hit tomorrow. Now, my guess is, like 1.05, that may mean that 1.06 hits via wireless. Because I think the email from Brother said that 1.06 would be out on the 21st, which is Friday, maybe. I'm recommending still that you run those updates via USB. I think you found 1.05 like kind of fixed a couple of the issues that you'd been experiencing, or did
No,
you not really do anything?
I haven't done any of those things.
Oh, okay.
So I have no idea.
1.06 is a big update, and one that the engineering team said would have a great effect on the stability of the machine. Yeah, that's that. Just keep an open eye, but I would, for the time being, upgrade via USB. They're saying it's fine to upgrade wirelessly, but I just still think it's a better idea to upgrade via USB.
Yeah, especially depending on what kind of internet service you have. Like if it's not totally stable, at your own home, then always go via USB because you don't want it getting interrupted during your update. So yes, I will fix that grass. I'll do that tonight. And
I thought you put the glitter grass on before sewing the lower border.
Yeah, that was a me oopsie. Oh my God! Did you guys see? Well, here's somebody that doesn't forget to put on her glitter beforehand. Her grass.
You want to press everything out.
Oh my God! Look at Dana. It has a little real tree here. This is Dana's. So some of you go, I don't have a bench. I don't do bench pillows. Well, you don't have to do them. You could do something like Dana, and she created a wall hanging out of hers. Look at this one, Market Carrot Co-op. I think was that from a Bella box? Is this adorable? So cute. So if you need some inspiration, these were in, do you guys remember spring showers? And you could get these. We might even have some of these still left in the store. Okay, this store needed this button. Was that supposed to be here, or did you just add that to the door?
That came in the kit.
But was it supposed to be on the door? Is that where they had you place it?
I don't
Because it looks.
Yeah, I think
that door needed that button. That is, and I love this. Bunny kisses and carrot wishes. Was that from one of the events? I think that was that from the Easter event? Mm-hmm. That is cute. Look at the little flower with the ribbon. You know how you have those friends where you go to their house and their house is perfect? That's the kind of house Dana has.
I'm going to hang that up.
And then you have those friends' houses where you're like, wow, they don't know how to decorate. That's my house.
Or you go, that house is really lived in. There were just 10, 20-year-olds in that house.
Our house isn't real. I don't feel like our house is really lived in.
Oh my God, our house is so lived in.
So, you can do other things, and you're only limited by your imagination and your ability to read directions.
So Alice says, if you have to erase everything else on your Avenir to default settings, when are these upgrades going to slow down? I don't know if I totally understand the question, but when
is it going to be done, and we're not going to have to do upgrades?
Well, they were still updating the Luminaire. The updates are pretty speedy right now because they're actively working on improvements and bug fixes.
Yeah, and I don't know if you're going to have to wipe everything. That's
our suggestion, not theirs.
Yeah, you don't have to wipe everything. So we were just, I don't know why were we wiping everything, just to be fresh.
I just felt like it was cleaner and
Patrick's the type of guy.
I go, if it makes it cleaner and it's more effective, why wouldn't you do it? I mean, you have to reset the language, and you want the clock to be set prior to running the updates. Several people have talked. We had people on our Avenir group saying that those who did install to 1.05, they were like the clock issue was fixed, like some of that stuff.
Yeah, I was sewing like
totally
crazy
done.
on mine last night, and I was like, it felt super strong. So Betty asked about design database transfer. If it's telling that you're unable to transfer, my guess is like you need to make sure that your machine's on the network, your device that you're transferring from is on the network, that that you've selected the right machine, that you've selected your designs and they're down in the bottom box, that you've hit your machine that sends it. I honestly don't know why else you wouldn't be able to transfer. Any idea?
Wait, what are you,
We're talking about. I was talking. You were looking at me while I was talking.
Well, I listened to the end of it, but transfer from what?
Design database.
Are you talking about how the biggest design doesn't transfer?
No.
Or...
And that is something. So design. I asked. Somebody sent me a note. I'm sorry, I can't remember who it was. I asked the engineers because right now you cannot transfer for the biggest design. And they know that, and they're working on it.
Well, it's just that
size.
specific design from the Angela Wolf.
Oh, there's 2 designs from Angela Wolf that they want to transfer.
It was specific to that Angela Wolf design.
Oh,
and
yeah.
It fits in the hoop, but database design transfer. If you use database design transfer, then it tells you that you need a bigger hoop, even though you don't.
So Marlene just asked, are you doing pre-order on KB Winter Quilt, which is called Enchanted Winter? Ladies and gents, it is up. And we have it up at 20% off the design, 20% off the embellishment kit, and it is 15% off the fabric kit because we get charged a lot in shipping for those. And if you don't need the box, put it in your notes. Just say don't need the box, and then I can ship it out without the box. A lot of times that'll save you shipping too because it'll be smaller, and I can put it into like a priority mailer or something like that. So if you do not need the collector's box, put that into your order when you order any of the boxed kits.
Sharon asks, like, why set the clock if you have to turn the machine off anyways? Just remember when you open the machine in the load screen, that's different than the machine turning on. Like if you open the machine in diagnostics, that's different than the machine turning on. So it's a different process. I didn't ask the engineers yesterday why that's a recommendation. I don't really care. That's what they say to do. So just do it. But you know, it's a very different thing than turning the machine off and then just turning it back on without bringing it up into the load screen. And there's obviously something that they found that works better when you've already set the clock.
Yeah. So, there was also some other stuff I wanted to talk about. What was it? Did we answer all the questions? Another option. Heating directions. Yeah, sometimes I go on autopilot and I just started sewing. I just took down both those videos because I don't want to lead you guys astray. And then I'll put like a something in the beginning that says, watch out for this. Oh, would you tell us more about the Lori Holt Americana projects? I would love to because I'm gonna do this too. To you guys, so this is new from OESD, and I guess I should put it on the website. But I'm gonna be stitching it out on my multi-needle. We're gonna be kitting it, so don't do your order yet, especially if you want to. We're gonna be kitting it. I gotta figure out the cuts for it because for the end, I'm gonna scan and cut. That's right. Because I'm a scan and cut queen now. No, I'm just kidding. I don't know how to do anything. Somebody came in and asked some question. I was like, oh no. Only thing I know how to do is like
Yeah,
take the
the
cut file.
beauty of I don't know is it absolves you of all responsibility. I'm gonna start saying that a lot more these days.
Yeah, I don't know. I'm gonna
I don't
have
know.
Michelle will tell you how to do that because I don't know. And I'm not interested in knowing. I want to cut my applique pieces for this, and I want to just do it in 3 easy steps. So, and then
How
I'll
many
show
stitches
you
does this require? We don't know.
this
I
one
don't
here.
know.
This is not very stitch intensive, and the reason for that is because those larger pieces, those are
They're
applique.
applique.
And what I really loved about this is
You said something really interesting about applique versus like large satin stitches the other day,
I did,
which
you were
I thought
interested?
was interesting because you were like, given large, you were like,
This is the dark option. Isn't that pretty?
I mean, obviously it's different with tiling scenes, but like you made a comment that when you look at designs and when you're choosing as what to do, that you lean towards applique because you feel like it looks almost better because you're not dealing with
I never
the
said that.
overall stitch count pulling or
I didn't say it looks better.
So what did you say?
What I did say is I do lean towards applique because it's not as heavy as a stitch count. And when you deal with a heavy stitch count, you do deal with like shrinkage and pulling and maybe some puckers. But there's a lot of people that do beautiful just stitching. And I like to get through stuff fast, so it's going to be faster too.
Right.
I tend to do more applique, and when I see something that's super stitch intensive, sometimes I look the other way. Unless it's a tiling scene because I can't stop myself from doing tiling scenes. Yeah. And I just plan on, you need to stabilize really well. You need to add more stabilizer. You need to just expect that sometimes there's some pull and some pucker. But, just stabilize more. That's all.
It's a 3-dimensional.
I prefer red work. I prefer something that's going to be a lighter stitch count. But I mean, did you see the ones Michelle did and had like that jacket? It was gorgeous. So, hey, I did put together there's a kit that's ready to slap together. It's April.
What?
I think I put it. Was it April or was it March? It was April. I cut it all. It's ready to just put together.
Will you have the needle minder for Enchanted Winter?
Oh, I didn't add that. I will add that. I'll add that. I'll add needle minder for Enchanted.
Can we talk like multi-needles and 6 needles and single needles?
Did we answer all the questions?
Well, I mean, the ones that have come so far. So there have been a bunch of questions about can we ship 10 needles? I can ship any machine, but I can't ship any machine without seeing people. Like the Avenir, in theory, like new luminaires, although no new luminaires are available. Avenir, new luminaire, 10 needle. Those machines cannot be shipped sight unseen. Like I have to see you in the store. And we offer that concierge service where you can come spend a day with us. And, if you were buying a 10 needle, you could do your first lesson on our store 10 needle. And then a 10 needle can be shipped. That said, the 6 needle and the single needle can both be shipped sight unseen. So those are options. And that's put into place just to protect local dealers with top of the line machines. So, just to help folks understand, the folks that have reached out about the 10 needle, yes, I can ship the 10 needle. I can't ship it directly to you without doing business in the store. That's just kind of the way that it is. Thankfully, we have, we have an option for that. Somebody says our store website is freaking out. Back and so.net. It looked like I just got in no problem, but I'm also on a phone. I don't know if that makes a difference. What else do we have to talk about, Miss Jeannie?
I did have something to talk about. Because Nancy had asked about Lori Holt's Americana. We are going to be kitting some of this, and we are going to be stitching it out. So, it's funny, because I ordered everything so we could kit out the table runner. Here's the table runner. Isn't it cute? This is Lori Holt. And the pillow. So here's the pillow. So we will be kitting that out. However, who was I showing this to? I think it was the SAC ladies. There's other cute projects, but I didn't get everything for that. Should I be getting everything for that? Here is the, this is a reef that you can put anywhere, but it looked round and I got scared. I was like, how do you do that? And then there is a wall hanging. And then finally there is a table topper. So we're just so busy. Here's the table topper. So I think we will not be kitting those. We will be doing the table runner and we will be doing the pillow. And you can pre-order the design, but the design is not out yet. And then we will be kitting just for those two projects. So somebody had asked about that. We are going to be having some of that in the store. And what you need for that is you need the layer cakes. So we'll have the layer cakes. I haven't put it up yet because I have to price it out and do all of that, and I haven't done it yet. But those are going to be coming up. Are the Lori Holt patterns on the website? The Americana one is on the website, so you can order that. Can a current customer serve? Carol. That's up to you, Carol.
That is a like gray to black area and one in which we don't normally play. Like I've had people buy stuff for like siblings and sisters.
Yeah, if you know
cousins
somebody, if you have a friend in this
like
area,
that,
they can get it for you.
Which is fine, but like it's not something where it becomes a very gray area is us facilitating that kind of
Not sure if it's my computer
surrogacy.
or not.
I already looked. The website's
Okay.
fine.
Well, you have the okay. So can your cuts in stock? Oh, scan and cuts.
They're supposed to arrive today, but they haven't made it over the hill.
Yeah, we're
so
waiting.
They're still in California. I don't know
So
if they're
I'd
gonna
say
make it
they'd
over the
be
hill.
here in the next couple of days. The scan and cuts will be here. But yeah, I'm gonna try and use it more and more. This project will be I will be using my scan and cut. So you'll have like the sizes for
I'm gonna
these.
check in on
And then like I said, that's Tyler Schwab's mom. So we will scan and cut, scan and cut, scan and cut. Which is like, I'm amazed that I'm like excited about that. But yes, I'm so excited about this scan and cut. Was there a Friday question? There was not a Friday question. So you know what we're going to do? Sorry, no giveaway this week. We will be doing a double giveaway this coming Friday. So we'll either do like one crazy giveaway or we will be doing two separate awesome giveaways. So, yeah, I totally forgot. And I do have a question for you though. Will you be doing videos on the Enchanted? Absolutely. Enchanted Winter, we're going to film the whole thing. Star Spangled Beauty, we're going to film the whole thing. That thing will be start to finish. I think I'm going to film the only thing I'm not going to film on this is the actual stitching on my machine because I'm going to do this on my 10 needle. This will be a 10 needle project. So you will not see, like, I'll be like, okay, go. And then we'll just let it go. And then I'll show you when it finishes. So you're not going to see that, but I'll show you everything on this, including the prep. We'll do the scan and cut together. I'll do all of it. Wait to get this. I don't have it up on the site yet. But I'll put it up on the site with the fabric kits all together if this is something that you're thinking about doing. And, oh, we're still finishing up this week. This week. Finishing your... Just finish that. Okay. This week, what do we have going on? This week is going to be... I can't believe I messed up this video so badly. Should I just take him down? Because what I worry about is or if I put it in the, I don't think people read the descriptions, but maybe I'll put banners in there that say, oops, forgot to do this. And then you guys won't forget. What do you think? Because I'm worried that I'm going to put it up there and then the person's going to do exactly what I'm doing. They're going to forget to put their grass in. They're going to have to unstitch it and then put the grass in and sew it back together. Will it be cheaper? I am not kidding. I know. Hopping down the bunny trail was cheaper. It was quite a bit cheaper. I do not think I will be kidding. There'll be 100 kits that usually I do 100 kits for everything. There'll be 100 kits that will go out before the fabric kit will go out. And it depends on the cut list. If it's fabric that we have most of it, we might end up cutting it later on down the road. For Star Spangled Beauty, when we're done with our 100 kits, that is it. I am not going to be cutting it because I did not order I didn't order the entire line, and you need the entire line to cut it all. It was a lot of fabric. And when we're trying to do other, like this kind of fun stuff too. So, Enchanted, I didn't even look at the color list yet, but most likely we will not be cutting those kits. If we did, though, it would be a little bit cheaper. What's the name? Oh, the banner is called Summer Welcome Garden Flag. If you want to get it now and you get it directly from OESD, we do have an affiliate link and they give us a little bit of a kickback, and we always appreciate it when you do that. It's one more step though, because you do have to go to our website, so it's 3 more steps. Our website, affiliate link, and then click on OESD. If you do that, like I said, we do get a little bit of a kickback. But if you want to wait, I will put it up on the website, but I would wait until we have the kit too, and that unless you want to do your own thing. I will put this up today too, so I have to put up Summer Welcome Garden Flag, and I won't have the designs until next week, but I'll put that up on the site too. It's very cute. And there's other things that we're going to be doing. I think Karen's going to be stitching a lot of that for us as well. But I will be ordering. I'm going to put that in my basket right now. The nice thing about ordering it, and I'll put it up on our website with the as a physical copy, because you do get a USB from them, and I also do it as a digital download, and that's nice because then you don't have to pay for shipping. It's just will go to you. Oh, this is the difference. One of them is autumn. The dark one is the autumn one. I was like looking at the two because the dark one's autumn. Oh, and spring. I'll put them all up, but I'm only going to do one of them. And quite honestly, should we do spring? Spring is cute. So there's 4 of them, and I didn't even realize. I don't even know if the winter's up yet. But I'll put all of those. All of those. Let me send myself a note. And let me get to work. This afternoon, Needle Minded for Enchanted and Welcome Banner Design, Spring, Autumn, and Summer. We'll put all of those up there. But I'm going to be kitting one of them. It's either going to be, I'm doing this one. We're doing this one because it's so summery. But this spring is really cute. It's going to be spring or autumn. Oh, this one, but probably this one. So, you want summer or autumn? Okay, we're doing this one. There, decision made. This is what's going to be kit. All right, anything else you guys can think of? We were going to talk really quickly about what's going on in the store this week. Michelle is doing Avenir embroidery features this afternoon from 1 to 4. There is an accessory class accessory is happening tomorrow. You can still get signed up for that. Suzanne does that class. She's going to go through all the main accessories that came with your machine. If you've never done it, you should do it. It's a fantastic class, and she even goes through how to take apart your needle plate, how to put it back together, the order you want to do it, free motion. Maybe I'll pop in there and, no, we're not going to do that. I was going to say free motion on the Avenir, but you guys have a different free motion foot. That was part of your sewing class. Karen Bull is going to be doing Luck of the Irish on Thursday. There is a Stellar Altair Meridian embroidery features class that's going to be on Thursday. So if you have an Altair Stellar Meridian and you've never done the embroidery features class, if you bought your machine from us, it's complimentary and we'll just put you in there. If not, there is a small fee, but it would be worth taking. And then on Friday, Michelle's going to do her first session of multi-needle mastery positioning on the 10 needle. She's going to be on the 10 needle next week. Next week is going to be rope bowl is going to be on Tuesday, and then quilting with your fills is on the 26th. Already? How did that happen? And then Luminaire Solaris Sewing Features is on the 27th, and then Karen is also going to be doing Hometown Sew Along on Friday, and then get to know our spirit on the 27th. That class sold out as well. She will be adding another one. We might be just doing that once a month because it's changing all the time. I don't know if you can hear it, but things are humming in here, so I'm going to get going. I have a black hole of emails, so if you sent me an email and you never heard back, I am not ignoring you. I have a big black hole that I just haven't even gotten to yet. So I will be trying to catch up this week. After last week, having Patrick sick and having all those 10 kids here, it really set me back. So, which of these will be videoed? NorCal, this is the decision. I'm going to be videoing this one. All right, have a great day. Be creative and make something awesome, and we will see you